I am with one of my best friends in the world.
I am listen with the whatever.
Guys, like we said last time, with the to be continued, we are on part 2 of our Q&A special.
Yep.
So,
hope you enjoyed it.
Yep, we'll take a look at our answers right now.
Another question was, okay, what made you start the channel together?
You can all thank Eating Beer for that.
Yep.
Well, Eating Beer and the Commissar, actually, because I had been watching, Commissar has, if you go check out his channel, which we'll leave a link to in the description below, or you can check it out here. He's got a series on how to make your own YouTube channel for wargaming. And it's a very informative, very good series. And that had me like, man, I wish I could do that one day. Of course, I had a minimum scale computer, which is dead now, by the way. No camera of my own. I had none of the physical aspects to make it happen. That was a, man, that'd be cool one day kind of thing. I had tried at one point to YouTube some videos of me teaching knife throwing techniques because my son asked if I would teach him my hobby of knife throwing. And so I taught a few techniques and made a few videos for him on a separate account. And they came out terrible quality because I had nothing but my phone to record. And I was recording in a garage with an echoey sound effect anyway.
Kind of like being here. But anyway.
Yeah, so I attempted before. I didn't really have anything to make it happen or execute, and so I just thought it was just kind of a pipe dream kind of thing. And then Mr. Eating Beer, for his 5,000 subscriber giveaway, you know, gave an option. You can leave, it is, we're gonna get there one day. If you answer one of his questions down in the comments section, that gets you an entry. You could also do a video response, and I wanted the full points, so I...
Oh, and if you made one reference on Live Long and Prosperous, that was another entry.
And so yeah, and you had to explain why you picked your YouTube name.
Yep.
And so I explained why I made the YouTube channel for my son. And he actually took his camera, which is the same camera we used on our early episodes of Frosted Fists, and he said, hey, let me help you out with that. We'll make that happen for you. And so he helped me record that. And we actually got a lot of feedback from, you know, people what we know and stuff like that about my camera presence. And I've been doing presentations and stuff like that for work and teaching for years. So I've already been kind of used to talking to a crowd. This was just kind of like shifting that over a little bit. And after that, though, after the feedback we got, somebody said, man, you guys should do that again. Do that more often. And we did.
Yeah, we said, well, why not? I mean, I've got the tech, you know, who's got the face. It's all about the money maker.
So, what's really cool is, yeah, we just got a wild, you know, we just got a wild hair to make it happen and do this YouTube thing. And it was a lot of fun, and our wives were both so understanding, you know, that, because we just jumped right in and started devoting a lot of time right away.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're watching, I love you, baby.
We love you.
You know, but it's
kill us.
Just simply,
couch is not comfortable.
After Nick's challenge, we just decided to go for it. So we have the Commissar and Nick to really thank for our YouTube channel.
It was awesome. I mean, yeah, when he said, you know, hey, you know, I really wanted to record this. Wait a minute, that'd be fun. I did a lot of goofy videos on my Facebook page, and of course, I mean, goofy. By the way, you will lose IQ points per minute you watch. So just fair warning if you know me in Facebook. Anyway, so I'm thinking, you know what? I can do something constructive, and you know,
he has a character named Bubba.
Darn. What's on there on my Facebook page? So unless you're on my Facebook page, you will never know. Ha! So those of you who do know me, just leave me alone. Anyway, but it was fun. We've been doing it since, so, and we've only been doing it 3 months. Going on 4 months. We have to look on our YouTube, see what our first subscription or first publish was. I think
200 subs in 4 months is bad.
No, it's not a bad.
It's really thanks to you guys.
You guys rock. Oh my gosh. I feel sensitive. Okay, well, let's walk.
Do we make eye contact long enough?
Probably. Alright, next one.
Oh, Atomic Dog Scale Model Freak.
I like it because you at least got a freak on there. That's so cool.
You like it because getting his freak on.
Yeah.
There, the name.
Yeah.
Brian, thank you so much, my brother. Favorite music when painting and building at the bench.
Ha!
Wag!
Love it.
So, my favorite band ever, and I'm gonna do another link, okay? Season of Ghosts. Also, check out the link here. Season of Ghosts, I'm gonna link you to one of their videos, Dream Paralysis is their first music video. But my favorite, they are on everywhere, Spotify, Google, the Google Store, iTunes, wherever you get your music, just YouTube some of their music. Actually, the same day that her first album came out, I saw that they had somebody leaked their album onto YouTube, and so I sent an email to Sophia, the lead singer, very lovely lady and amazing singer, and I sent an email to her and said, hey, somebody leaked your whole CD already, day one. She thought you should know about it, and she said, you know, I'd like to sell more albums, but really, if my music's out there and somebody's enjoying it, they'd be able to pirate it anyway, so I'm just glad they're enjoying it.
That's cool.
Super cool attitude. So since she's okay with you listening to it, my favorite song is Genesis, the Phoenix Syndrome. Go check it out somewhere, wherever you can. Your Spotify, your YouTube, just go give it a listen. It's an amazing song. The whole album is amazing. I got my favorite guitarist, Zombie Sam, which he does a music video called A Hollow Tale. It's my favorite music video ever, and we'll put another link right here. A Hollow Tale. Sophia's guest stars in that. That's where they first started working together before they came together in this band, Season of Ghosts. It's amazing. It really rocks out. It's got a very Halloween feel to it. It's amazing. Go check it out. Please, please go check out this band.
Yep.
I love them that much. Anyway,
He loves them.
I listen to that a lot. I listen to the YouTubes a lot when I'm catching up on my feed when I'm painting. And my third option, I think, would be listening to Linkin Park.
Oh, that's cool.
That was my favorite band before Season of Ghosts came along. So, Season of Ghosts, in my heart, knocked over a
7-Eleven. Oh, wait. No.
A huge multi-billion-dollar band. So, they're that good to me.
For me, I like to isolate part of my brain because it's always constantly moving in motion. It's always, how's it going, Jim? So what I like to listen to, which is my favorite, is black metal. Love it, love it, love it. The reason why is because it's mostly music, but it's electronic. But I love the different changes in chord progressions. It's not the same all the time. The beats and all that are steady, but the change in music progression is what I kind of listen to. And so it kind of blocks out that portion of my mind and just helps me relax and focus on my painting. And that's my favorite part. And actually, Season of Ghosts, he actually, he didn't ask me to listen to it. I actually kind of drew an interest when I saw a lot of his posts on Facebook. Fanboying.
Not just support them all the time.
And so I was like, you know what, I'm going to give it a listen. And I really, really love her chord progression, her changes. It's like unusual and it's amazing. It's great stuff, guys. Go check it out. So yeah, those are kind of like the two ones that I like to kind of go back and forth. So Black Metal and Season of Ghosts here on the side. So good question, man. Nerdling, lads, would you ever consider coming over to the UK, maybe for a games day? I know that's probably the worst. Please don't hate me.
He doesn't sound anything like that.
I know. That's probably refined, and I sound like a dork. It's like, don't hate me.
So we would love to come over to the UK and play with you guys.
The consideration? Yeah, we consider it all the time.
I would be on Nick's doorstep right now playing if I could.
It's a little weird.
On the doorstep specifically, because I don't know if he'd invite me in, so just imagine.
Get off my lawn! No, wait. Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Get off my lawn.
Can you imagine you go to the door and two of your friends are just out on the doorstep with a little 40K table?
Hi, Nick! Hi, Nick!
Just kidding, we wouldn't really be creepy like that, but
oh yeah, we would.
I would love the opportunity to come over and hang out with our brothers over in the UK.
That would be amazing.
Or wherever they are.
Yeah. But UK, I really want to go to the UK. There's two places that I always wanted to go. I wanted to go to the UK, I want to go to Japan. two of my kind of my dream places. Anyway, but UK would be awesome because it seems like most of our Warhammer tabletop video YouTuber gamers, people's friends are actually in the UK. They're all in the UK.
Gosh, being able to play with kablams and tabletop banter.
Yeah.
Nerdling.
Nicoliciousness and all these cats. Oh my gosh.
Get in the game with Mike. You know, Mike, we do beginner games all the time at our local game store. And man, I would love the opportunity to sit down and play with
This guy is awesome with beginner games. Amazing. I mean, makes you feel comfortable and everything. Makes you a latte, tells you stories.
It's cool because we do frequently have, I don't know, something about our presence. The new people usually do seem to be comfortable gravitating towards us, asking us questions, and they usually like to ask us, or for games and stuff like that. So until they get blooded and used to playing against a variety of people, they seem to like kind of, I don't know, they just like to play against us.
I think to answer your question though is, I guess whenever money allows. I mean, that's a pretty hefty plane ticket. So I mean, one day I would like to. I'd like to say, dude, you know, we both planned out going to go see our buddy Tattoo for You know, Richard, and it took a little planning, and of course, you know, it took a little money, but
begging for my beautiful wife.
Yeah, I mean,
begging to my beautiful wife. Not that she was begging, I was doing all the begging.
And you know, so I can imagine the scope of trying to set something like that in a bigger scale. So yeah,
although I think both of our ladies would be down to seeing some London.
Oh, absolutely. I think it'll be amazing. They can actually run off and, you know, leave us, I guess.
Like while shopping and stuff like that.
Yes, that's exactly.
Not just leave us.
Not just leave us, you know, and go back to the States and dump us. Although they, well, anyway.
We might get that nerdy, I don't know.
Thanks, Darkling. All right, next one.
Jameson King?
Yep.
What's the most time you've spent painting a single model, and what model was it?
Wow. Okay, my land speeder Storm. And mainly it's because I have to paint individual miniatures, all the five guys hanging around it, and I have to paint the actual vehicle, so that took me the longest. But of course, me being I gotta keep going, I actually started painting the intricate details on the console and instrument panel. I painted every little color, every little button, and even a little radar thing, which is really neat. I thought it came out pretty cool. You know, so anyway, that did take me longest, but actually that's one that I did enter in the painting contest.
I mean, it was super intricate level of work for someone who had only painted up like a total of like 10 models at the time.
Yeah, and matter of fact, that was my second, well, I had painted a squad, a tactical squad first, and then that was like my second project that I've ever done. And I only been painting for like 3 weeks. And of course you can tell the difference between my current skill level versus what I had then. But it was so drastically different. But I mean, overall, I think for the skill level, it came out well.
I've told him before, I'm actually intimidated to paint my bikes right now because seeing how intricately detailed he got in and painted the radar and every single button on the console, I'm like, I'd have to do that for the bikes too. I can't do it as well as he did, so I'm kind of intimidated.
The stuff that he does on his nah, he's got that.
As far as cumulative time, like an actual paintbrush to model, I think one of the things that took me the longest is actually real simple. Tactical Squad Sergeants for my first Night Lords commission.
Oh wow.
These were the first guys. First of all, I was overwhelmed. I decided that there are 30 that came in the Betrayal of Calfbox, and I was like, what the hell, let me just go ahead and do 20. 20 at once. And that was a lot.
Not bad.
That was bigger bites than I should have taken, for sure. And so,
but you did it.
And I did it. But when I got to the sergeants, I didn't have a lot of experience with faces. Okay, a lot of space will show their faces. I choose not to because I like the way the helmets look. And I had done some faces. But the Space Wolf faces, because they're all tan, and they've got these big beards and long hair, and it wasn't really that challenging. I just, and I guess I got lucky my first couple attempts, dotting the I's, and it was no big deal for my Space Wolves. But then I go to do it also, my client requested very pallid, pale flesh, and so my very first attempts were super pale, and every mistake was stark in contrast against that white skin. And so, God, I must have messed up those faces a dozen times or more, stripped them down.
I would get the phone call. Dude, I said, what's going on, man?
I was like, I want to take these paintbrushes and shove them through my brain.
You know what? First of all, through his eyeballs and then into his
I was like,
brain.
just take my eyes from me, okay? Because I'm such a screw up with art, I don't deserve the eyes, okay? Eyes are for looking at beauty, and I'm destroying beauty, okay? Just take the eyes. Which is a weird fixation because I have an ocular phobia. But that's where my brain, I was that frustrated. I'm so mad. I messed up those faces so many times and then ended up walking away from a commission, something I was being paid to do. I was just like, I don't even care about the money right now. I just left it alone for 2 weeks, came back again, had some better success but still screwed it up, had to strip it down again. So it took me in total like to paint just these 2 sergeants for this tactical squad. The 2 sergeants total took me about almost a month because I would screw it up, get frustrated, and not want to do it. Screw it up a lot more, get a lot more frustrated, and not want to do it.
But if you look at it now, you ought to see the intricate detail, and that's how you get good. You screw up a gazillion times, and that gazillion one time that you finally get it, it's like amazing. So, hey.
They eventually did come out pretty decently.
It really did. I was impressed.
Now, as far as overall time, if we're not just talking cumulative time, my Land Raider I just painted up for the Get It Painted Challenge and for a tournament. And I've owned the Land Raider for about a year now. And I just finished painting it last weekend.
So I'm not saying anything.
That would be overall the longest it took me to paint. Next one?
Yep, Sergeant.
Your question, by the way.
Yeah, man, you rock. Sergeant Oddballs. What is your most memorable unit or character, etc., in a battle? One that has become your favorite because of some great or funny feat. And he's got 3 questions, so we're gonna answer the first one. Let me just ask them all. What was the first 40K model, and then do you still have it? So first question is, what is one of your most memorable character or unit in battle, and what has become your favorite because of some great or fun feat?
So for me, all 3 questions can kind of be answered at the same time. We're going to get some close-ups and show them in the corner here. But this guy right here, this is one of my very first blood claws. You know, they buy them in a pack of 5. And this blood claw is amazing. And he's done some pretty amazing things since then, but I'll never forget his first feat. And the reason I remember how I know which blood claw it is because he was the one I gave a special cauldron to when I was first building him, just because it looked cool. And he's been awesome ever since. And this came from my very first 40K box. My wife, one day we were at the store and she's like, you know what? Go ahead and get your first box of models. And I was like, yes, score. Space Wolf tactical set. I built blood claws out of them. You could have built either Grey Hunters or blood claws. And I wanted the sword. Let's just be honest. I do sword fighting. I wanted the sword. And yeah, one of my first 5, and he did this really cool thing. What made him so memorable is I had been playing for about a month. And there was another dude with the same amount of experience that was coming to our store. And his name was Blake, really great guy. He was playing the Tau at the time. And I actually have that particular battle report up on the Frosted Fist Facebook page because it came across as one of your 1 year ago memories. And it was cool because the Tau were killing me.
As they always do.
But I had made it across the field and my cavalry had failed to get into combat. And this guy was part of a unit down to like 2 or 3 guys. They were getting shot at by these, I think they were sniper type dudes. They were getting shot at and they're dying left and right. And there's like 2, maybe 3 dudes left. But they passed their leadership and they were wiped down to just him. And he rolled double ones on his leadership. guy had balls of steel. And my cavalry failed to charge and make it in combat, even with fleet. Like, it was like 1 inch short. It was crazy. So this one guy who I had just been foot slogging up the field, watching all his buddies die, there was a squad of Vespids, and like a bunch of them, more than just the minimum. I think I was like a 10-man or something like that. Anyways, he had these flying Vespids, and he charged them, and he killed like 2 of them in melee, and they dealt no wounds back. And so they failed their leadership and turned to run, and of course, sweeping advance, and that turned the tide of the whole game. This one guy sweeping a whole squad with a charge by himself. I ended up losing that game still, but the tone of the game was different. I wasn't just some guy who failed to get into combat and just got shot to death, and I did nothing that game. You know, I felt good because after that, killing that squad, you know, I went to do a couple other cool things in the game, and I had a good time. It wasn't just like, man, everything I did, I failed.
He was your Rambo.
So yeah, I mean, he got killed shortly after that, but he did one awesome thing. He was, you know, he was a champ, and then I enjoyed myself for the rest of the game. So he was a real game changer for me. And like I said, he's done a couple cool other things since then, but I'll never forget that first night where he by himself, just like, I'm gonna kill all of you guys. And then he did.
He stared death right in the face. Said, not today.
And like I said, it is for my very first box models, and I do still have it today.
That's awesome. So, my memorable one, actually, because I've been playing a whole long time, but this guy here, wow, this guy, you can see picture right there, right above his head. Anyway, this is Lysander, and since I have been playing him, Lysander has been able to pull me out of such a pickle, and I can't tell you how many times he has been challenged, and he has decimated the challengers. Excellent work. Oh, and by the way, these guys here, matter of fact, you'll see in a previous battle rep, these guys were originally Death Wings. And of course they were still wearing their colors when I played them. And they also just did a fantastic job. So they earned their colors. It's actually pretty cool.
They nuked a squad of Terminators with bolters.
Yep. They pewed them out. I was like, oh my gosh, these guys are awesome. And I've never played with Terminators. These are actually Terminators that were given to me by our good friend James, you know, who I haven't seen in a while, so he used to get his butt over here. So anyway, so I was really honored that he let me have these guys, and they definitely did not let me down.
They've been working out.
Heck yeah. Awesome.
Great question, bud.
Yep. Moving right along.
His first models was
yep, tactical squads. Yep, little box of 5, little guy, tactical squad, and yeah, I still got them. Yeah, I still have those little guys. They're still there. Next one, Soul Assassin again. So I think you're reading that one, right? Yeah, you read.
Another question: when you first came up with the channel, was there any other names you might have called the channel instead? My channel had 3 names. Barry Young, because I didn't know what to call it. 2, Immortal Uprising Studios, needed to change it because of YouTube drama from a certain divvy. And 3, now the Soul Assassin, because I'm amazing and I take
no poo-poo.
So yeah, actually there was a few things we were going to call this. Our very first idea, because we wanted to, like I said, our very first episodes, we wanted to tailor to other noobs like we were pulling him in the game. So first we were going to call it Noob to Noob. Right? You know, so, but then we were like, man, eventually we're not going to be noobs anymore.
Right.
If we're successful and this YouTube journey keeps going.
Right, and it was like, who wants to see noobs that have been there for 5 years, you know?
And then the other thing was, you know, do we only want noobs to watch us, right?
True.
And we were like, we wouldn't want anybody to feel like they shouldn't watch us because they're above being a noob, so we decided to scrap that. In fact, we scrapped that idea the day of filming our first episode, so it kind of came down to, yeah, the last minute there. But then we threw around a few names that night, and there was a couple other ones. I think he pitched out one called of Russ and Dorn.
Right.
So that was, again, that one we're like, okay.
That was really close. Yeah.
Yeah, we settled on it.
Right.
And he decided, being logical freak that he is, he's like, you know what? Let's each put out a name. Let's get a kind of a poll from each of the guys, and let's see what we really want to go with at the end, instead of me just throwing one out there and you agreeing. So that's kind of what we did with Noob to Noob. We came up with an idea, we're like, yeah, we just got excited with it, man. So the channel was this close to being called Of Russ and Dorn. And then at the last, while we were debating, I kind of was just jotting different things down, and I jotted down Frost and Fist, and then
the Emperor has shown his light upon him, and it gave him that, like, oh, by way of the warp, and oh my god.
And our good buddy Ethan came over and said, I kind of like that one. And
if Ethan likes it, I like it.
And our friend Roxas was taking my brother Darklight Dreamer to work, and right before he left, he was like, yeah, that one, go with that one. And then he left, and he goes, well, I'm the last one here. You guys don't want just my opinion, so you guys may want to wait till tomorrow and get a confirmation. We're like, nope, go with it. Frost and Fists. All right? And then I set up the YouTube page right there.
And so I called him, I was like, so what do we are calling ourselves? Frost and Fists. I like it. Good, because I already created a page. Like, oh, okay.
It's funny because both of us were just sitting there. This is what we do right before a show, by the way. We get a little scratch pad, we write down ideas. We're both writing down ideas. And yeah, I just happened to doodle Frost and Fists, and that's what we ended up going with.
Yep, real good. Yeah, so that's kind of what we came up with. Thanks, Baza, once again. Drake's War Channel 1. Oh, Drake's War Channel. I don't know why I put the 1. Do you guys play any historical war games? What time periods and historical armies interest you? And I'm fascinated by the strategy and tactics used in all time periods.
Like I mentioned before, I did enjoy the gameplay of Flames of War. World War II just didn't interest me. But I think if I were to take up a historical one, I'd like to learn to find something feudal era.
Yep, me too.
Samurai, ninja, not ninjas, okay, ninja. Yeah, I think I mentioned the same thing to Mid-Warzone Pete, and Pete mentioned Ronin. I might have to check that out.
Yeah.
I would love to have a katana and just wreck some face.
Yeah, I like the feudal, feudal system myself. Knights. You got Templars and all these different, medieval. I guess that's what I like. I think that's pretty cool. Kind of partial
something medieval. Now something feudal. East,
yeah. So hey, Frost and Fist, go figure. Two different areas of the spectrum.
And I'm fascinated by strategy and tactics used in all time periods.
Yeah, I like World War II, but I actually like that kind of strategy in a video game. I just can't get into. I can't get into it in a board game. My brother tried to get me into Axis and Allies, which it's a decent game and it's okay. It's like Monopoly times 10. It doesn't end. It's like, oh God, I want to go to bed. It's like 5 in the morning and we've been playing since 10 the previous morning.
That's how tables get flipped, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah. So, I don't know.
Maybe one day though. Uncle Adam from Tabletop Minions says that as tabletop gamers get older, it's kind of a natural progression for us to start leaning towards historical games. So we'll see if that happens.
Yeah, we'll see. We continue to get old and gray. Decaying.
We plan on running the channel that long. It's in the plan. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining us on part 2 of our Q&A special, and we hope that you liked what you saw so far. And we're having a lot of fun doing these, answering these questions. So, if you guys are having as much fun as we are, then good night! relax and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. And leave us comments down below of what you thought of this segment so far. And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel,
Oh, you have to subscribe.
Freak and I would love to have you as part of the pack here on the Frosted Disc. Until next time, guys,
Stay frosty.